he has come to introduce himself, to tell us that he is in the ballot box coming the 13th of this May. I think it is a courtesy for him to come and tell us, but we know already that we are calling on him to come and rescue this country from the mess that the NPP government has caused. So on behalf of the good people of Bongo and the branch executives of Bongo constituency, I want to assure the Excellency that we have not seen that there is a contest. We have only seen that on the 13th of May, we are only going out to endorse your candidature. And I will also assure you that Bongo is behind NDC. And we have been doing that for NDC since 1992. And we will continue to do that. And on behalf of my good people of Bongo, I want to assure His Excellency that on the 13th of May, Bongo is going to give him not less than 99.5%. So I will use this opportunity on behalf of Bongo NDC to welcome His Excellency to Bongo constituency. Thank you.
Ayazu, I think we can do better than that. Let's do it again for the chairman. Let's do it again for the chairman. Ayazu, Your Excellency, I've been asked to draw your attention to the fact that Bongo is the only constituency in the Upper East region that has never failed the NDC when it comes to parliamentary elections. Ayazu, since 92, all the MPs have been NDC MPs. Ayazu, meaning they are loyal wives. Exactly. Ayazu, at this point, I would like to call on the honorable MP for Bongo, Honorable Edward Abambire Bawa. Ayazu, NDC, Choboy, Choboy. Your Excellency, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, the regional chairman of NDC for Upper East region, the campaign chairman and the members of the campaign team of his former president, the regional executive, members of parliament present, constituency executive, council of elders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today is a great day because once again we have His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in Bongo. First and foremost, I would like to join my chairman in welcoming him to Bongo constituency. He should feel at home. If there's any constituency that any NDC member is safe, it is Bongo constituency.
Your Excellency, I do know that you are here to solicit the support of all the delegates. The 1,148 delegates in Bongo, you are here to solicit their support. In 2018, when you came, we indicated that you were going to get above 100%, above 90%. We were able to achieve that. We had a few stray ballots that went into the box. We want to assure you that come 30th May, even we would not have a single ballot that will be spoiled. Everyone will be cast in your name. We are doing this with one thing in mind. We know your history. We know that under your leadership, Bongo, many communities in Bongo were hooked to the national electrification grid. Under your leadership, we had the Bongo Bolga Road well tarred. Under your leadership, and also under the able leadership of your two ministers, Professor Avia and Albert Abongo, we were able to get the E-block in Namoy. But Mr. President, the very reason why we are so committed to voting for you is the promise you gave us in 2020. We were hoping that we were going to win the 2020, but God knows best. But I still do remember when you came to the Chief's Palace and also at the social center, you made certain basic and very important promises to us. One, you indicated to us that the Bongo Namon Road, because of the international nature of that road, you were going to ensure that it will be tarred. You had also indicated that, God willing, the ring road from Yorgo Junction through Borgo, through Soy, through Namoy, up to this will also be tarred. And you promised our chief that you were going to ensure that we have a teacher training and a nursing training college in Bongo. Because of these promises and other things that you will be doing for us, we will satisfy our side of the bargain. We will ensure that you get 100%. But we are also very sure that come 2025, when you become the president, we will pester you to ensure that these things are delivered. We know you are number one. 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 And on the basis of that, I believe that on that day, number one will be a very important number for everybody. On this note, Mr. Speaker. Mambotin yes salati diendela wana. Mayati President you wana 2018 la. Ayum bing nure. Tina mo bongo pala ayeta male me. Tusandi ke parliament do yorgo naba yilla dola soka para bonla namola ayeta male me. Arayeti namoda alami ayeta male me. Amida yeti tisansa yenisan sake. Tuanya teacher training, land nursing training bongusulu. Bala titete izinawa. Geyani tila sandi abala. Timiti timamwa votubo. Geti sam votubo mbahe. Amitera ti yele. Tuwada amati za mimiti abola sazuo. Engambo sazula. Osambo na sazu kasigiri. Osambo na sazu kasigiri. Osambo na sazu kasigiri. Mpoya zozo yekamaleza.
Thank you very much, Honorable Edwards Bawa. Eyezu. At this point, We would like to hear from the father of the region, our own father, the regional chairman. Let's welcome Chairman Alhaji Mumuni Bolnaba.
Ayezuzu there's another wawe Ayezu te sanlata la te president la zanla ta awana ta king constituency ba constituency ta nye delegates remalaza ta puba ti warkanga ta tifla ti bayang delegate namlaza yang vote boyinga yaso ti Ghana rima li NDC rima hayati awana wafatu yitulu la puala ta wana yaso ti vote boyinga ta aleme Ghana president ta wana yitula tulu la pula bala ti matula ma wakana ti ta puya geyelia ti warkanga tetifla ti yen suguru mala yembaza de la delegate nama ti vote mbo Your Excellency John Ramani Mahama 100%. Ayezu tiayang vote boy 100% la MDC MP primala ba bangti NDC ma wana teba to namla baka wana teba namla Ayezu so zilla sugula tumaiti yelia tiayang sugulu that day la ti tetive la yang pai nilbata mbobo gogola wala ama nilwa yila bayeti bawana ndike baninda boya ti abanti joramane mamba ahay ing namla za baage kulire te bamba mengi ngai wana baka wana sina te ba ya namla Ayezu so dilla sula te maiti yele ya mawasile ya noba zugo geti yiti samla te present la te sela zala tawana ingambe akra la ayati kan sin akra geriki tum igina executive tawana yang togobo yama delegate lamla ingambe ngai tawana wanyi yama delegate la ge togobo ya ge sela mo inga noro la talikin boya tiawu so balata wa Ayezu balata wana la so waso ya suguru ya tia yin suguru tin yiti sanla ta inga menga wana yang togo boya tia wumbo saka mo inga norla mpo ya zo Ayezu Your Excellency former President John Ramani Mahama, I want to invite you. My colleague delegate said that I should invite you to come and talk to them. Then there's yes they'll listen to you and then vote for you. Come on this man 30, he will vote for you hands out 100%.
Ezu, hey John, hey, thank you. I'm happy to be back in Bongo, and I want to thank all of you for giving me such a warm welcome. As you said, Bongo has stood solidly behind NDC since 1992. You've never disappointed the NDC party, and you've never disappointed JM. In 2019, when I came, you promised me 90-something%. And truly, when we voted, Bongo gave me 90-something%. We did not hit 100% because a few of the votes were spoiled, because people did not know how to vote properly. So a few people spoiled their votes. But this time, I'll want that not only for this primary, but also for the main election, we should start educating our people on how to vote. Because when you look at the analysis of the spoiled ballots, the most spoiled ballots and rejected ballots are in the northern parts of the country. And so we need to do an extensive training for our people on how to vote so that we reduce the number of spoiled ballots. On 13th May, while we are selecting the presidential candidate, we also will be selecting our parliamentary candidate. Now, as you were told, 3 people are standing: the incumbent MP and then 2 other of our brothers. All of them are qualified to go to parliament. If Bongo had 3 slots in parliament, we will send all the 3 of them. But in Ghana, the law says we can send only 1 per constituency. So on 13th, we're going to elect one of them. But it doesn't mean we don't like the other 2. It's just that only one can be selected at a time. And God's time is the best. It might be somebody's turn today, it will be another person's turn tomorrow. So I want that as soon as we finish the vote, that's all. We all become one again and we support the person who we have elected so that he can successfully retain the constituency for us. When government comes into power and your party is in power, there's so much to do. You can be an ambassador, you can be a chief executive, you can be a special assistant, you can be a presidential staffer, you can be a deputy minister, you can be chair of a board. Indeed, there are so many things that one can do. So it doesn't mean that if we select one person, then the other people, we don't need them. We need them. We're going to use them when we come into office. So when we finish, let's all come together as one. And this is special advice to the supporters of the winning candidate. Normally when one candidate has won, when the other supporters of the other candidates try to come back and come and help, we say, no, you went and followed this person. You too, you went and followed this person, so you are not part of it. All of us are part of it. All of us are NDC. As soon as the elections are over, it is finished. We all become one again and we all support the candidate because NDC is coming into office. And we need a healthy majority in parliament. You can see how tough this parliament has been with a hung parliament. NDC needs a healthy majority because we're going to inherit a very difficult situation from the current government. You know what is happening with the economy. Everything is spoiled. We owe debts we can't pay. We're on our knees begging the IMF to accept us. We're going around the whole world asking them to forgive us our debts. Ghana is at a very low period in its history. This hasn't happened before. Life has become so difficult. Most of us are farmers. You can't buy a bag of fertilizer because it's too expensive. You can't hire a tractor to plow your field because 1 gallon of diesel alone is so expensive. In our time, petrol was 14 cedis a gallon. Today, with the same 14 cedis, you get only 1 liter of fuel. And even the things that we are taking for granted, District Assembly's Common Fund. In our languages, they say, If you can't get something for your in-law, don't steal from your in-law. We used to receive our common fund constantly, and we're using it for small projects, CHIPS compounds, school blocks, toilets, and so on and so forth. Then you came and promised us that you give us $1 million every year for each constituency. You refused to give us the $1 million. Our little common fund that we were managing with, that one too, you are keeping it. You are not releasing it. Today, national health insurance. You go to the hospital with your national health insurance card and you can't get any treatment. Every medicine, even paracetamol, they'll get a prescription for you to go and buy. And that is because the government is collecting the national health insurance levy. Know that this national health insurance is not free, because all of us pay tax. Anything you buy, you go and buy a bar of soap, you pay national health insurance. You go and buy toothpaste, you pay national health insurance. You buy a tin of milk, you pay national health insurance. You buy sugar, you pay national health insurance. Everything that you buy is a consumption tax, you pay. And so your taxes are paying for the free health care you get when you go to the hospital. But you know what is happening? Government collects the tax, the levy, but refuses to pay it to the National Health Insurance Authority. So they also are not able to pay the hospitals for the treatment that they should give you. So now when some of the hospitals, when you go, if you say you are National Health Insurance, they'll drive you away. Unless you are going to pay cash. So today many people have the National Health Insurance card, but when they go to hospital, in order to get treatment, they pay. And that should not be the case. NDC time, you went to your National Health Insurance, you'll be looked after, you get paracetamol, you get cough mixture, you get antibiotics. Today, you don't get anything. Everything you must buy from the drugstore. And all the development projects we were doing in all the secondary schools, dormitories, classrooms, e-blocks, everything, they've all come to a standstill. All the roads we were doing, they asked the contractors to stop work. And most of the roads, they have not continued. We were extending electricity to many communities. After we left office, the communities that were left, even in some of the places, the poles have been mounted, the wires are there, all have come to a standstill. And it's like Ghana has gone in reverse gear. Instead of going forward, we are moving in reverse gear. You ask them, what have you done? Say free SHS. But the free SHS is not even working properly. And we've asked them, come, let's all sit down and let's see what the challenges are and let's solve them. That one too, they say no. So now traffic light. Your child goes to school 3 weeks, 4 weeks, comes back home. Why? They say I'm green. Somebody else is yellow. So the green, they say we should come back and let the yellow people go. What is all this? In NDC's time, our children went to school at the same time. And they'll go and stay in school for 2.5 to 3 months before they come home. Today, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they are back. And when they go, if they don't get good food to eat, sometimes there's no food, they are hungry. And how do you expect a young child like that, hungry, to be able to learn? That was one of the students who told me, he says, he calls me uncle. He said, uncle, you are right. He says in the morning they give us tea sakura. Do you know tea sakura? That's tea without milk. They put just a little sugar in it. Only the tea sakura, that's all. So he says that when his mother gives him money, he buys a loaf of bread. So every morning when he's going to dining hall, he cuts a piece of the bread and takes it along his own bread to dining hall to use it to drink the tea. So what of those who go and they don't have bread? They just drink the tea, come and sit in the classroom. What will such a child learn? And so NDC is going to come and we're going to make the free SHS work properly so that the parents can benefit from it. We'll cancel the traffic light. All our children will go to school at the same time. And when they vacate, they'll come home at the same time. And so Ghanaians are asking us to come and rescue them. And NDC is the only viable alternative to rescue this country. They made big promises in 2016. Sweet promises. One village, one dam. Today, go and look at the dams. When the cows drink from the dam, the water gets finished. And they said the water was for dry season gardening. Who can do dry season gardening in those little ponds that they built? They should go and see what real dams are. We build real dams. The water lasts throughout the year, all year round. Those are dams, not the little baby swimming pools that they built. One district, one factory. Today, youth unemployment is the highest in the history of our country. And they come and lie that they've created 2 million jobs. They even promise a train in the sky. They call it sky train. We've not even finished doing the trains that walk on the ground. How do you do a train that flies in the air? So Ghanaians are counting on us to rescue them. And a lot of that work will be done by you. And I've said that in order for you to do that work, my responsibility is to make sure that I get you the logistics so that you can do the work we want you to do for us. So the t-shirts you need, the flyers, when you go to talk to people, you must leave some paper with them so that I can read what NDC has done. The posters, the bicycles, the money, the motorcycles, Mahama can do, Aboboya. All the things you need to do the campaign, that is also my responsibility. I'll make sure I bring them directly to the branch delegates. We have 275 constituencies. We know how many branches each constituency has. So when we bring the logistics, we'll just share it by 275, depending on the branches you have. And then when we load for Bongo, it will come straight, non-stop. It won't stop in Bolga. It will come here straight. And then when it comes, you are the same people who are going to share it. We'll call 3 of you, chairman, secretary, women's organizer, from each branch. You'll come and count the things. Everybody knows what is there. Gafili, Gadochi, everybody can see. And then you share it equally. And then everybody will take their share back to your branch. And you call the rest of your members and show it to them. And then you also share it there. Because the door-to-door campaign and all that, you are going to do it. Because in every branch there's a polling station. So when the time comes, we'll send you the material. We'll send you, if it's money for food or some water, we'll send to you so that you can eat. And then go door to door, and talk to your neighbors. And we'll do all kinds of activities. Every constituency will get some water, we'll get some juice, And then all the young people will do health walks and all that kind of thing. We'll do exercises so that you can even keep fit. Because NDC is coming to be into power. You have to be fit when your government is in power. And again, we're going to give you rewards. That's why I said 2024 is a different election. We're going to show every branch what you got in 2020. And we'll show you how many more votes we want you to add to it. Any branch that is able to reach that target and exceed it, we'll give all the 9-member executives in that branch a handsome reward. And I've also said we're going to end the practice where our constituencies rent offices for constituency office. We want every constituency to own its own office. If you have your own office and it's not in good shape, we will help you to renovate it. If you have an existing office you own already, we will help you to renovate it so that it looks nice and beautiful for use. For those who don't have, we will help them with cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, so that they can build their own office, so that we stop paying rent. And I've also said that we're going to make sure we're not going to cut you out. You are going to be part of it. Any opportunity that Ghanaians enjoy, you too must enjoy. And so we're going to give you your fair share of whatever is being shared in this country. You'll get your fair share of the national cake. If they are recruiting and giving contracts for school feeding caterers, our women's organizers, you too can do school feeding. If they are giving small loans from Maslock to women to trade, ask women's organizers to, you are fit to get.
Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on team. Dial *248*5# to donate to all official mobile numbers 059-860-99. Building the Ghana we want together.
Share of everything that is there. So I won't talk too much. I just want us, these last few days left, let's get sample ballot papers and let's go around and train our people how to vote so that we can reduce rejected ballots. Because Ghanaians are saying, NDC, come for your stone. Ghanaians are saying, you said it, they didn't listen. But now they've realized that NDC was a far better government than what we are seeing today. Today, corruption, he said he was going to protect the public purse. However, today, corruption has been let out of jail, and so it's roaming around freely. And anybody in his government does anything has become the clearing agent. He will just cover the person. Recently, their own environment minister has come with a very damning report. I thought he would leave it for his special prosecutor. He set up the special prosecutor office and said that special prosecutor will solve the issue of corruption. So I thought he would leave it for the special prosecutor. He quickly sent it to CID because they know that CID, they can control the final investigation there. So that report that they've referred to CID, I know nothing is going to come out of it. But when NDC comes, we'll show them how to fight corruption. Anybody who has misappropriated government funds or cheated the people of Ghana will be paid, will be made to pay, held to ransom, and will be made to pay the price. And so we're going to come and show them a lesson in responsible governance and corporate governance. And as I said, appointments will be fairly shared. Every constituency will get its fair share of appointments. We have special assistants, we have presidential staffers, we have board members, we have council of state, we have deputy ministers, ministers, we have ambassadors. We'll share it fairly so that every constituency is represented in government. And so let me thank you very much. Yes, it says the collation center. It says the collation center, those who are going to send there. We are going to involve you in selecting those people. You will participate in selecting the people who are going to that collation center. And we'll send our most dedicated people, our most trusted people, and the people that we know can do the job effectively. So thank you very much, and God richly bless you.
Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on May 30. Star 248 star 5 hash to donate to all network. Official mobile numbers 059-860-419. Building the Ghana we want together.